You could
You
turn
know, I've
around
got
this
Shiv Arur now standing by. He's got some fancy 3D graphics lined up for us, which will help us understand the impact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Congress President Rahul Gandhi had on seats where they campaigned. Shiv, over to you.
You know, given the kind of political metaphor that the Sabarmati River and the riverfront really played, the role it played in that final flourish where Prime Minister Modi landed in a seaplane, you know, it's not difficult to imagine that this is going to continue to be a real leitmotif for this particular election. Take a look at how Narendra Modi has really thrown everything he possibly can. The first Gujarat election where he has campaigned as Prime Minister, not as Chief Minister, a total solid recognition that this is a hard fight that the BJP has on its hands, and credit to the BJP. At the end of the day, the way the numbers have actually played down may be one thing, but the fact that the BJP hasn't been complacent, they've thrown everything they possibly can, no matter where you stand politically. The Prime Minister, the BJP is under criticism for, moving away from Vikas and, mounting a pretty personal campaign with many vicious attacks. But at the end of the day, if these are the numbers they've delivered, then obviously it's an affirmation and a recognition that this truly is do or die and a big semi-final before 2019. If you also look at Rahul Gandhi's figures, on the other hand, and Rahul Gandhi and the Congress made light, they said it's Hawa Baz, about, the seaplane on the Sabarmati. Rahul Gandhi did no less. They mounted a very, very aggressive campaign. They threw everything they possibly could at this particular thing. They were fighting to win, but were they really fighting to win? Because, at the end of the day, when you're actually covering the election live, looking at everything they say on live television, it's one thing. And they galvanized a lot. They rallied the powers behind them. But at the end of the day, when the numbers finally fall down to this side, to this numbers, I think at the end of the day, it's not really fighting to win. And that's really all that matters, doesn't it?
Okay, Pawan Khera, I want you to respond. As the tally reads, 109 leads for the BJP, 71 for the Congress. Does this poll show in some senses that even if the Congress tries its best to wrest the state of Gujarat from the BJP, it will still fall about 40 seats short?
No, it's not about 40 seats. Look at 2014. The BJP vote share was 60.11%. And Congress was 33.45%, and now things are definitely looking up. I agree with Mr. Chengappa, if we had started well in advance, and we could have definitely made a better impact. But I must remind Mr. Surjit Bhalla, he was very quick to pounce on this opportunity, religion versus caste. He's forgotten the level at which the Prime Minister was operating, talking about Pakistan, bringing Ahmed Patel, and that level of polarization has never before been seen by India, when the Prime Minister himself undermines all institutions, including that of a former army chief. So, I mean, even from this platform, I would say, let them go and file an FIR against all those present at the dinner and charge them with treason, or withdraw and apologize. Elections may come and go. Institutions should not be played around with like this, not by none other than the Prime Minister himself. That's the bigger battle. You may win small battles, but don't lose the war.
I want to introduce now Pradeep Gupta of Access My India, to my mind, at this time, by far, India's #1 cephalogist. After getting Bihar right, Delhi right, Punjab right, UP right, the tally in Gujarat is exactly in the range that Pradeep had predicted. So big clap for Pradeep. Yeah. Well done, Pradeep. This is superb. Tell us, how did you pick the trend so correctly in comparison with cephalogists like Chanakya, who thought this was a way for the BJP?
Rahul, thank you very much to you and all of sitting here. I would not say it's Pradeep Gupta, it's Axis team. The full credit goes to Axis team, who has been working for last 4 months in nook and corner of the Gujarat, and result is in front of everybody. So it's not Pradeep Gupta, it's the Axis team, the full team, top to bottom, is full credit goes to them.
Okay, but tell us also about the Saurashtra seat share that you were able to pick, saying that the Congress would do better over here, which is exactly what happened in Saurashtra. As of now, the Congress alliance leading in 29 of the 54 Saurashtra seats, the BJP only on 25, suggesting that what you picked up in your exit poll was bang on, that Saurashtra had a lot of very serious anti-incumbency.
Right. Particularly in Morbi area, Bhavnagar, Amreli, I mean, there was an anger clearly evident at that point of time. And also, it was in North Gujarat, but minus Ahmedabad. I kept on saying Ahmedabad is the key differentiator between Congress and BJP. Let me put this very categorically.
Which is exactly what happened
because
in the exit poll.
21 seats.
Out of that, 17 is where the BJP is leading at this
and
time.
And 4 is Congress.
Which is exactly the same as last time. So
and if you add that 17 number, to 108, what is seeing now, if you minus that 17, then BJP is in trouble.
91.
Yes.
Okay.
They are not forming the government. If you minus simply that Ahmedabad.
Zafar Sareshwala, what this poll today shows is that the Gujarat model is not a pan-Gujarat model. It's restricted to South Gujarat, Central Gujarat, the urban pockets as you drive up from, say, Mumbai all the way up to Ahmedabad and beyond. It doesn't extend to several parts, and there's a lot for the BJP to introspect about.
See, one thing is for sure that Gujarat is almost 60% urbanized, and lot of urbanization has happened in last 15 years. You see Ahmedabad city, the way it has grown, and maximum, you know, when Modi came, you have to see in perspective. What was city of Ahmedabad? Ahmedabad was not even 40% of what Hyderabad is in terms of infrastructure. Now that whole infrastructure development, right from roads, flyovers, bridges, riverfront, almost has been replicated in 7-8 cities in the state.
Yeah, but the state is not about the cities.
No.
Look at the rural unrest.
60% of Gujarat, 60% of Gujarat is urbanized. But now only lacuna. Now listen to me, Rahul, was the agrarian crisis. Now that agrarian crisis was because of bad monsoon. But then also that coastal development which has happened right from Kutch to almost the whole of Saurashtra. So only that in between area. Now Rahul, you tell me that whole resentment against GST came up in Surat, in Ahmedabad, because these were the areas which were affected and where BJP has done fantastic.
In Surat you lost 2 seats from the last time, but that's not major.
Now you take central Gujarat, so that means this is referendum to demonetization and GST also. Had GST been an impact, then this result would not have been there. And one more thing, Rahul, which I was talking to you earlier, you know, 22 Muslim dominated seats where without Muslim support you cannot win, and where 12% Muslims have won. One seat I've got just Daryapur. Now Daryapur, a Muslim losing to a BJP Hindu candidate. You know why? Because that candidate who lost last time kept connection with the Muslim community. Same thing in Jamalpur. The Hindu candidate who won last time, he connected. So this is the new phenomenon which has happened.
Okay, I want to bring Shyam Parekh in, because the reality is that the Congress and the BJP still have a 6% vote share gap. Your poll picked up a 5% vote share gap, so this is bang on again. The Congress gaining 4% vote share from the last election, but this still shows that there's a huge difference between the BJP and the Congress even now, despite the Congress putting up a better performance than last time.
Yeah, so if you analyze the Congress's performance at this point, it has done well only in Saurashtra. Elsewhere, it's been not really just a marginal difference. You can't really say that it has done well. And it's Saurashtra which has given it the lead in vote share across the state put together. So I wouldn't say that they've really done well or what they were expected to deliver. But what emerges out of this is that Rahul can take a battle home and really fight it well. This is the first message that is visible. We first time saw in 25 years semblance of an opposition against Modi in Gujarat.
You know, and the reality is, Sandeep Shastri, the moment the cameras went off, BJP leaders did accept that this is the toughest fight they've had to fight in the last 22 years. And that the Congress was putting up a better, more sustained campaign than any they'd seen in 2 decades.
On this, can I just make 2 points?
Yes, please.
If you look at the decline in the BJP seats, if you go by current figures, all this decline is basically in rural Gujarat, what is classified as rural urban. In urban, they have actually gained more. They have gained 2 seats, but they have lost out in rural Gujarat. On the point which Zafarji was making about Muslim-dominated seats, data shows that of the Muslim-dominated seats, actually BJP has lost 1 seat to the Congress in terms of leads. And in terms of vote share, in terms of vote share, the Congress has gained a 6% vote share in Muslim dominated seats, and the BJP has lost 2% vote share in Muslim dominated. Something happening there also on that particular
Surjit
front.
Balla,
Yeah.
agrarian distress. You know, the BJP tries to play it down, make it seem as if there is no problem. Our exit poll and today's results show that agrarian distress is a real problem.
I think the economy, the slowing down, look, let's just compare with what is from 2014 onwards. The time period at which this election took place in Gujarat is the worst economic time period for the Indian economy, which obviously also includes Gujarat. So the BJP in Gujarat was not only fighting anti-incumbency, was not only fighting perhaps some of the negative effects of GST in terms of uncertainty, etc., was not only fighting possibly some of the negative effects of demonetization, yet has come up with, let us take your last figure over there is 108 seats. I want to read you the seats that the BJP has got since 1995. In 1995, they got 121. 98, they got 117. 2002, they got 127, which is a clear outlier, which was Modi's first election. 2007, they got 117. 2012, they got 115. So there's a sort of 4 or 5 seat decline, okay, as a maximum. And that's what you're getting. So that, despite every disadvantage that the BJP had going into this election, you know, it has come out. And I'm going completely by the numbers. In the morning, I had said that if the BJP were to get only 100 seats, and at that time it looked likely, but let's just think counterfactual. If they had got only 100 seats, I said very clearly that while the BJP would have won the election, they would have lost the war. That is, for them and for all of us, and we discussed what the headlines would be and so on and so forth. So let's just give credit where it is due.
Oh,
that is, despite all the hurdles, they've done rather well.
Oh, absolutely.
And also give credit to the Congress. Look, I am a great believer in democracy. I want at least 2 parties. They provide checks and balances to each other. That is what we as Democrats should be hoping for. And there is a chance. But the point is that if the Congress keeps playing the old game of appealing to caste, appealing to poverty, it is not going to get very far. They should learn the lesson from this. It is the economy. Economy will help them. And, you know, by going ahead with the Patels, they're going back to not affirmative action, reservations for Patels. I mean, what proportion of the country is Patel?
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.